Hey guys, Jen here. So in preparing for this video presentation, I think it would make sense for me to explain the typical setting in which I am making presentations. So as a marketing manager, I field a lot of calls from people who are advertising tools to make our marketing stronger. So one of my jobs is to kind of sort through that chaos and figure out what tool would actually be helpful for our marketing program. So that would probably correlate to a lot of the research people have been talking about. So I'm not only researching whoever reaches out to me, but if there's an interesting idea, I will research all of their competitors. And then my second step from that is to think about applications for those tools. You know, it's shiny and new and really jazzy, but how am I going to be able to use it in our business practice? And if I can come up with concrete ways to use it that I think would be valuable, I will start storyboarding a presentation to pitch to our principals. Which brings me to the third step of my presentation. I report to 4 different individuals who all have different styles, different priorities. So putting together a presentation for that audience is very challenging. You have to work in a lot of different opinions and it's crazy. But that is probably the hardest part about when I present is I'm trying to appeal to 4 different people. Sometimes I'll put too much information in the presentation. So one of the things I really related to and I jotted down a couple times is how to edit out presentation. You spend a lot of time researching, and I think we get a little bit married to the research we do, and we're afraid to cut it. But if we can boil it down to like that sticky idea and just what's necessary, I think it makes for stronger presentations. I'd say the one thing this semester that I keep hearing that I don't actually do is use lots of Post-it notes for my presentation. I don't know why I don't use Post-it notes. I think it's just it was beat into me at one of my former jobs not to put things on Post-it notes because they get lost, so I don't use that as a presentation tool. I do jot down lots of ideas and make notes before I go into PowerPoint or Prezi, so I think that's good. And then the one thing that I learned that I think I'm going to incorporate for presentations going forward was actually in Nancy's YouTube video from her TED Talk. She quotes capture the resistance, which I think is a really cool way of saying anticipate any negative feedback or pushback you're going to get, and that way you can leverage that energy and spin it positively. So we always try to anticipate any concerns our audience might have, but I just liked how she phrased that, capture the resistance. So yeah, that's it. See y'all next week.